And we are live. Hi, everyone. Captain Troy Handsome here with my friends Coffee Lich and Braylev. How are you two doing today?
I'm doing great.
Doing pretty all right.
Okay, good to hear. Welcome in, Reese. Right on time for us to start some episode 5 of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. We're going to see what happens now that we're in this totally not suspicious emergency bunker. But speaking of totally not suspicious emergency bunker, would anyone like to recap what happened last time?
I feel like so much, but also so little happened last time. It's hard to remember everything.
Fought some coyotes.
Yeah, so the five of us at this point, Suchi, Squeak, Molo, and then Lady Dre and Tungsten Ward, set out on a wagon to go to the Rattle, I think, which is
Mhm.
yes, just a region in the area,
Mhm.
to go track down a lady named Kiana. We encountered a group of 3 truly massive coyotes attacking a dude named Uncle Pondle,
Podler. Polder?
Podle, and that.
Uncle Podley.
You
I
think I
don't
would
remember.
know? It's how it's how forgettable he is. Like they didn't even give him art, you know? No offense,
Yeah.
Uncle.
Yeah. I went looking for a handout, and then he doesn't get a handout.
Yeah.
So we saved him. He very, very excitedly and eagerly invited us over to his house uh to get, I think, a short rest, and so that we could feed Lady Dre's horses. Um, we then immediately squandered a whole lot of that health by falling into a pit, getting eaten alive by a whole ton of monstrous hands, um, falling around the desert. Suchi did literally nothing in that fight except scream. So we got through that, continued on our way, and then we found a bunch of houses marked with a red X on them, hopefully in paint, possibly in blood. We very vaguely looked at a couple of them, and then we investigated one house that did not have such a mark on it. And it seemed for the most part to be largely abandoned. Except we did find 4 more of the possessed farmers and 6 more of those same hands that Suchi had a valiant. Suchi redeemed himself by instantly killing all of them with a single attack.
Oh
And
yeah.
boning a spell slot in the process.
Combo move.
And lastly, we as we were investigating the house, we discovered a trap door in the pantry, led down into some kind of cellar. And going down there, there is a very crude tunnel dug out through there. And we have followed that tunnel. And I think there was some kind of sound in the tunnel that I'm forgetting.
Oh yeah, a song.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some kind of singing going on down the tunnel that we were following. And we left off immediately, I guess, at the end of the tunnel in a way that is definitely okay and not ominous. Did I leave anything out?
Oh, sorry. What was that? Definitely okay, not ominous. What did you say right after that?
Did I leave anything out?
Oh, I think we're good. I think we're ready to get started.
Cool.
All right, then. Without further ado, let me play some not ominous music. Read off the description again, and then I'll start revealing things. The tunnel opened into a lantern-lit, packed dirt chamber where the cause of the stench that you could faintly hear from above ground became apparent. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry, this is my first time reading this. Tunnel. Let me backtrack a little bit. So, shelves bearing root vegetables and other foodstuffs lined the wall of the unfinished cellar that you stepped out of. The south wall had partially collapsed, revealing a dark, narrow tunnel. And then the smell that the characters notice above is worse here, coming from the tunnel. And who was it who had the 15 to passive perception? Or is it both?
It's probably me.
I have a 15. Molo has an 18.
Man, nice.
Yes, the benefits of having at least 2 or 3, an indeterminate number of eyes. You see a faint light emanating from around a bed, and I will go ahead and reveal a little bit more of this tunnel to you. There, you'll see that in the center of the room, a young woman is singing. And once again, the song that she's singing, it sounds like the Awakening song that your characters would have overheard in the Town of Promise. But this part of the song, telling the story of a young man named Cully, instead of the usual content where the boy dies by drowning in the song has been sloppily rewritten to feature Cully being saved by his closest friend. A few more things, sorry. What's up?
Oh, nope, go for it.
I was just going to say, also a dozen bodies lie strewn across the floor, all wearing the clothes of farmers. Many of their limbs have been cleanly removed and set into a sizable pile on the far side of the cavern that I have not revealed yet. All right, now I'm done. Go ahead. Sorry, what was that, Braylif? I think you muted.
Really buried the lead on that one.
Yeah. Look, I tried. There are sprites there, but I'm not going to get to the sprites just yet. I'll reveal it in a moment.
What I was gonna say is that for the fact that is it Cully or is it Tully? T or K?
With a C. Culley.
Okay, cool. For the fact that Cully's death is included in the song that was being sung in the town when we first arrived, it's a little weird to think that they did not include a paragraph for the DM that includes Aunt Deli mentioning, that drawing in charcoal that my goddaughter did that I've explained to you. That is which is how she expresses her grief after her personal and dear friend Cully died in front of her. You'd think that she would also mention, that's also the Cully that we were singing about 2 moments ago. You'd think they would give the DM that kind of information.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking at the book right now. I have it in front of me. I'm looking to see, is there an Awakening song somewhere? Why should it be in the back of this module? Why should it not be in here at all? It's probably not in here.
It's at the beginning of the next module.
Thanks, D&D. Okay, well, would you like to say anything to this particular individual? Would you like to kind of step closer to get a better look at the room? Basically, if you talk to the person, I'll do the conversation first. If you step closer into the room, I'll reveal what you see first.
Why don't we step in first?
After you. I think we've concluded that Suchi has a problem with the undead.
Like a recent problem or an older problem?
I don't know. I think he just thinks that. I think he just gets skeeved out by them.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, there's more of them.
Yep. Just imagine, I know they look like just hands, but pretend that these are just cleanly removed farmer limbs. could be hands. Maybe there's some legs in there. I don't know. Maybe some chatters are into feet. We don't want to kink shame here. This is an inclusive session. So for the most part, like right as I say that, I press the. So technically, as a streamer, you're not supposed to pay too much attention to the viewers list for mental health reasons. But I clicked refresh, and right as I said that, one of the quote unquote users that are viewing the stream like disappeared. Like they're not like a real person, because sometimes like bots go in here and stuff. But I think it's highly amusing that right as I mentioned that, one of the bots left. But yeah, there you go. There are the limbs.
Damn, I thought you were going to say that it was the bot named Feet.
Oh yeah, man, I haven't seen feet in here in a while.
You hold them, folks. Post Feet.
Okay, hold on. Well, if you attempt to post an image link, you'll get auto-modded. It will just like turn it into asterisks. So those of you who see asterisks in chat, at least that's what it shows up to me as. I don't know how it shows up for y'all.
If it gets auto-modded, I assume that we just don't see it at all.
Okay. Oh, speaking of, I'd like to take this moment to I want to say something in chat actually, and it will show up if you're watching the stream. It will show up correctly on there, but you might not have the correct extension to view it in the chat window itself. So I'm just gonna press that right now. And if you look on stream in like, I don't know how long the delay is. Now you should see that a little emote has appeared on stream.
Interesting.
Yes. So even though we don't have access to emotes officially, there are various extensions that different streamers use. This one in particular is called Better Twitch TV. It does things like lets streamers use emotes just for followers to people use specifically in the chat. It does things like automatically claim channel points for you, because normally you have to click on a button to claim the channel points. A lot of other quality of life improvements to Twitch, let's say. So yeah. Good times, good times.
Nifty.
Right, but those are the limbs. Would you all like to approach the limbs? You don't have to.
Does she seem to be acknowledging us?
Oh, let me see. This young woman looks like she's in a dream state, and she holds a knife loosely, but her eyes are not crimson like those of the other farmers. She actually stops singing as soon as she notices you, and she'll say, "Please go. You shouldn't be here."
Marlo looks at the limbs and says, "I don't think you should be either."
Savage.
You know what? I'm sorry. I have to look through this list. They don't have a thing for her to specifically say in case the characters try to let me see. So you said you shouldn't be here either. She'll actually say, "Oh, Ashley, you can't stay here. You should meet my friend Cully."
He's the guy in that song, right?
Sorry, let me swap out this music. This one.
Immediate boss fight music after you say that.
She'll say, "Yes, he's the one who, in the Song of Awakening, who died long, long ago. He drowned. Well, actually, he didn't drown because I saved him. He went away for a long while, but he came back."
Oh. How'd you manage that?
Manage what? We really should get
How'd
out
you
of
bring
here.
him back?
Bring who back? Cully? No, Cully drowned.
Ah.
Did he drown, or did he just go away?
He drowned. He went away, and now he's back. No, he drowned.
Where is he?
Oh,
Did you hear he drowned?
he's sleeping after having fed. My song helps keep him quiet, but I'm getting oh so tired.
After he fed?
That's right. It says here, he's sleeping after having fed.
Man, people don't talk about people like that. God, if he was still in any way considered a person, it would have said like he's sleeping after he ate.
yeah. I had to reread this to make sure it wasn't a typo. After having fed, that's word for word what it is.
Yeah. After having fed on what exactly?
That's a good question. Actually, since you both have, can someone give me a DC 12 insight check on Kiana? Oh, I'm sorry. She'll, in case she hasn't introduced herself yet, she'll say, "I'm Kiana." Yes, DC 12 insight check if anyone would like. Wow.
Yeah, I figured based on the context. What did you say the DC was?
12.
More than less than we rolled.
Cool. I couldn't remember. I thought you might have said 18, and I was about to get very bummed.
All right, both of you will notice that she actually will keep darting. Oh, it does say what happens if the characters ask Kiana to leave. All right, her eyes keep darting to the pile of limbs whenever she speaks brightly of Cully. So kind of like when she'll say things like, "Oh, I saved him. He came back." She'll look over at the limbs. But when she says things like, he's just finished feeding. My song keeps him quiet." She doesn't look at the limbs. But yeah, she seems, when you first asked her that you shouldn't be here either, she seemed confused and scared, saying that she can't.
Are you feeding him limbs that you're chopping off of the villagers?
Wow, what a pointed question. Let me see.
I'm liking the fact that we seem to be playing characters that don't have much tact.
-1 in charisma.
Have you been chopping up these farmers' limbs and feeding them to your old friend Cully, who apparently drowned like years ago?
I've got a 10 in charisma. I probably have like as much tact as the average person, which means I should probably be getting a lot more caught in a lot more ways.
Actually, I do need to figure out how these limbs got That's a good question. Sorry, let me look. How did these
They
limbs
popped right off the farmers and crawled here on their own.
Right.
I have a good idea of how the limbs got here, but I mean, I guess we can do the legwork.
Heh.
This would be where I would give you inspiration if I were still going by the rules that I went by when I first started DMing.
I like that I get inspiration for bad fun on accident, and Brad gets Playlist gets the stream canceled.
Oh no! Don't get the stream canceled. You know what? I'm gonna say, at the risk of spending too much time here, she'll kind of not ignore your question, but she'll say, I'm doing the best that I can. You really should get out of here, please, before it's too late.
Before Cully eats our limbs?
If you're in danger, we can help. Why don't you head back to town? We can take care of whatever's going on over there.
No, that's a way more tactful answer than I was going for.
Way more tactful than saying, have you been chopping off these farmers' limbs and feeding them to your dead friend?
Are you an accessory to Mara?
Where's Cully?
We are cops. We have to tell you this.
Where are the limbs going?
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Who?
Oh,
Me?
yes, Suchi, since you're... whoever said you should go back to town, I forget who. Was that Marlo?
That'd be me.
Okay.
Marlo holds up his claw. You're the one who took my arm.
Molo, no.
Kiana
Haha,
will
just kidding.
fearfully move.
You're the one who took my arm and gave me these grafted extra mouths and eyes. She gets body blocked by Squeak.
As she steps behind Suchi, this is actually a good time for me to ask for initiative.
Gonna stab you in the back. Nice.
That's how Suchi dies. That's how he dies.
Well, great. Since I'm probably gonna move first, I have to.
To recap, Squeak does act after Sushi, correct?
Correct. She is functionally a pet, so she doesn't get her own initiative, nor does she get her own actions.
Okay. Cool. Well, you all will be happy to know that the heap of limbs begins to move, revealing itself as a strange conglomeration made entirely of arms and hands. Let me go ahead and put this in front so y'all can see. Oh lord. Here, let me just move it here temporarily.
No attacking.
I need to... Okay, there we go. Ta-da! Woo!
Hot.
Let me remove these people.
This lady has no fucking idea what her friend looks like. This is just the essence of Arm Day.
I guess Cully was all fun.
Cully skipped leg day and he never looked back.
Let me make sure that this is reporting this live. Whisper toggle.
So Cully, my daughter says that you're a man who's good with his hands.
Oh Lord have mercy.
This is the guy whose like whole personality is making "Can I offer you a hand?" joke.
Soul shaker, more like hand shaker. It says soul shaker in the initiative.
Oh, down there, yes. I was like, I don't see it in the initiative. Okay.
Fair enough. Very well. I was expecting it to function as a shambling mound.
Hmm.
Me too.
I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
Marla, you are up first. You actually hear in your head, "Be with us forever." What would you like to do first?
No, I think one arm's enough for me. Or one hand.
Hand cult.
Let's see. I'm going to use my bonus action to activate steady aim. Actually, let me make sure I can actually do what I'm about to do. Where's Tasha's cauldron? On the current turn, not the current turn. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Well, in that case, going to step forward and test the waters by throwing the bean slinger blade at this monstrosity.
What water? There's no water down here.
I didn't mention water.
Sure.
Unless you're making a joke that I didn't understand.
Oh, well,
You said that you were going to test the water.
Oh, okay, yes.
25 will hit.
No sneak attack, unfortunately. No, max damage at least.
9 bean damage straight out of West of Loathing.
All right, I've applied the damage. It strikes one of the arms, and you actually telepathically hear a cry of pain.
Ah, I don't like that. He's gonna step back and
Oh,
end his turn.
cool. It attacks by inflicting trauma on us.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Suchi, you're up. You hear telepathically in your head, "Are you lonely?"
Not so much anymore.
Now my new best friends right here.
Pretty much.
Oh, but yeah, you are up.
Yep. Don't worry, I am keenly aware.
Okay, just checking.
She just hears in the back of his head, "Oh, you lonely?" Sushi pulling out his wand immediately. Not really. Fireball.
Oh my god! All right. Let me go ahead and make this deck save.
This thing looks really dexterous.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah, honestly, it could go either way.
Rolls a 3. Can you describe how you're cinching this thing?
I'm sorry, did I kill it or something?
Oh, no, but
I was gonna be very surprised. It's got 40 health exactly. So, Tsuchi walks up. Claps his hands together, pulls them apart, and his wand seemingly materializes out of nowhere on them. And with a very straight face, points his wand at the abomination of hands, and quietly mutters under his breath, "Fireball," and then massive explosion centered on the massive arms and hands.
all right. The light from the fireball illuminates the tunnel in a manner that you're sure would blind this thing if it had eyes and didn't have blind sight of 60 feet.
Amazing.
And you see that it is more thematically or aesthetically than anything, but all the limbs are on fire now.
Sick. Also terrifying.
Yep. I wish I had a handout, but I don't think I see one, so I'll let you finish up y'all's turn.
So after that's right. So after that, I'm going to use my bonus action to have Squeak attack. And
Oh, I do have a picture.
nice.
Oh, I'm gonna present it now. Delicious.
Oh, it really is just all arms.
Yep.
I thought that the bottom two might have actually been legs.
Yep.
Of course.
I mean, there's a low chance, but I love the idea of being deluded into thinking that this thing is your very dear human friend who died like 15 years ago.
Hey, maybe this is what he looked like.
Yeah, this is Cully. You know, just the time has not been kind. Also, the water and the elements, everything in general has not been kind to him.
Also, he hates balls now. Fuck that crow. Squeak is going to walk up and similarly just point her own magic wand at the thing and doesn't even say anything for her attack, and a number of small little stars fly out from the end of her wand and fly toward the monster. It's a 15 hit.
A 15 will hit.
Cool. So she deals 4 whole force damage.
All right, I've applied that.
Doing God Fork Squeak. That is going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up, we have Kiana, who is going to attempt to flee. She'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Next up is the Soul Shaker. The Soul Shaker will move. What is your speed? 5, 10, 15, 20. Very unfortunate that its speed is 20.
That's why I moved back.
And you could have just lied and said it had a speed of 30 like everything else.
I
No one
could
would.
have, right? This is a new creature. Unfortunate. Marlo, I need you
Oh god, it has reach.
to make me a DC
Sandwich.
12 wisdom saving throw. Oh, wisdom? Wisdom saving? I think, yes, wisdom saving throw.
I think wisdom saving throw. What's your lowest?
Well, sorry, I got confused because it says using blah 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 as a spellcasting ability. Okay. With that successful save, I see. Interesting. You what? I know what to do. Wait, that was the end. Oh my gosh. That is the end of its turn. I'm taking it to the top of initiative for round 2, but I have a question. You tied up all the farmers up there, right?
Yep. Wait, did we? Did we tie them up or did we just knock them out?
We tied them up.
Then yeah, we tied them up.
As I recall, I used like the bed sheets, and I think I used some of the discarded clothing we found.
You're right. All right, then. Marlo, you're up.
All right. Still just out of sneak attack, unfortunately. But Marlo will step here, 10, 15, oops, 20. And he will attempt to strike with his sword.
23 will hit.
For 7 piercing damage.
All right, so I'll go ahead and apply that right now.
And I think that'll be it for my turn.
All right, at the end of your turn, it will expend a legendary action and attempt to hit you with a crushing grasp with a 15.
I think that misses. Yes, it
Yes,
does.
your AC is 17. All right, Suchi and Squeak, you're up.
Soul Shaker can only have one creature grappled this way at a time. What? How? It has like a million arms.
Perhaps I should rectify that particular description now that you bring up that very good point.
Thanks a lot.
You're just like the student. It's like, teacher, you forgot to assign us homework. No, but thank you for bringing that up.
Mhm.
Nope, don't have that proud. Don't have that proud. Yeah, sure. So, Suchi is going to flick his wand. Oh yeah, it only ever does the one for some reason. 3 times
Ooh.
for a level 1 cast of Magic Missile. Once again, just kind of staring forward, no real showmanship to it, just points the wand directly at the thing and just, once again, under his breath, just Magic Missile. And then just the 3 magical darts fly out.
All right, the 3 darts fly out and they strike solidly in the middle of 3 limbs, causing them to fly out and fall to the ground, kind of like flopping around like fish in place before slowly flopping around less quickly and then not moving around anymore at all.
Nice. Cool. Squeaker is going to once again move down 1 space to help block off the tunnel just in case, and she's going to continue the barrage on her side with magical sparks again.
20 will hit.
20 hit, I think.
Yep.
Another 7 force damage this time,
Okay. Playing it now.
and that's going to be the end of my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, you will expend another legendary action and attempt to grab Marlowe.
Mhm.
With a 14 that I believe misses.
Mhm.
Okay. Quick question. What is Marlowe's lineage again? Race?
Custom lineage.
Okay. What creature type are you?
Humanoid.
Okay.
If you want to say he's monstrosity, that would be cool too. But rules is written, he's humanoid.
Okay. Let's see. It will actually move over this way towards Suchi, triggering an attack of opportunity from Marlowe.
All right.
Unfortunate. It just barely misses your strike.
Rats.
No, there aren't rats here. Well, there's there's Squeak, but technically rats in my stiffer, which I didn't realize growing up. Because, you know, what's that movie, Secret of Nim, or whatever it is?
Mm-hmm.
Which traumatized me as a child, by the way.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's its intended purpose.
It will... The Soul Shaker will attempt to grab Sushi with a 9.
It misses.
Okay.
I have a 15.
Well, Marlo, take it away.
All right. Marlo will step forward, and now being able to flank, will go for another attack.
19 will hit. Oh my gosh, 20 damage. All right, well, can you describe how you are slaying this bundle of arms?
Marlo will step forward and attempt to stab the beast, but he will trip and get tangled up in all the arms. And there's just like a cartoon fight cloud where a bunch of arms are coming out, but occasionally there's also a lobster claw. And then he'll stumble out holding one arm in his lobster claw, one arm in his head hole, and one in his mouth. And the rest of the arms all just fall to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I love this just absolute fucking tone shift of this scene. In the middle of this fucking body hole, like, boss battle, just fucking Wile E. Coyote bullshit going on.
Lucky fool, baby!
So the arms fly everywhere, which point 7 of them will actually upright themselves.
Huh.
Should have saved that fireball.
I have another.
I was about to say,
Oh, yeah,
Suchi's
right.
like only used 1 spell slot.
Oh yeah, duh, wizards. You have like a million spell slots.
I'm not worried at all. We're going to use the same initiative for all of them so I'm not rolling 7 additional ones. Let me swap out the music and we shall resume. All right, Marlo, anything else on your turn?
Sensing what is to come, Marlo is going to... Let's see... Take the dodge action as a bonus action.
Okay. In that case,
Light him up.
Sushi and Squeak, you're up.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's the wrong character sheet. Well, I can't not, you know?
Right? Do it!
Centered on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were gonna do it in the center of the room.
I would rather not kill us.
I'll be fine.
Squeak might not be. I might not be.
but it'll be really funny.
The last fireball would have wiped out both Suchi and Squeak.
Damn. Fair
Like,
enough.
Almost if I combined their health, it would have had enough. It would have had almost enough to do that.
I guess to be fair, it also did my max health and damage, so I would have taken half.
Right, so it should hit all 6 of them, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So this one too.
Wait, oh, what are you guessing?
Is this? I'm just curious. Is
That's
this
a hand, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that an active enemy?
That is
Okay.
an active enemy. That's a good question.
Very well. Cool. So yeah, centered on this one. Suchi will once again point his wand and with a very cold voice once again quietly says fireball, causing another explosion of fire at the far end of the room.
Holy heck. I don't even have to roll for these folks, actually. As they are
Okay.
instantly vaporized.
Hell yeah. And I'm gonna have Squeak stand up, move up here, assuming I can do that. Assuming the,
Yeah, I'll allow
that's
you
an
to be in that space. It's mostly free.
Cool. She's still in melee range with this guy, and this is a ranged attack, so this is going to be at disadvantage, unfortunately, but I wanted to give Molo space to move. Squeak is going to attack with the last hand with magical sparks. I am assuming a 7 misses.
7 will miss.
That is unfortunate. That is the end of my turn then.
All right. Next up is Kiana, who will kind of like... Let me go ahead and hide this area right here. Nothing bad will happen to her whatsoever.
No, okay, that's good.
I don't trust like that.
The claw is up and is going to actually move to the corner of this square. And it is going to attempt to latch on to Suchi.
One sec.
Oh shit.
Give me 1 second.
I assume I know what you're about to do.
Ooh, can you describe it? As it's very wriggly. It looks like it's draining energy using its hand. Like there's like purple wisps going towards the center of its palm. Take it away.
Trippy. So this is, let's see, what is this? Crushing grasp. The target is medium or small. It is grappled. Soul Shaker can only have 1 creature. Oh shit, these things still get to use the Soul Shaker's attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say, all of them deal the same damage? Fuck.
That explains why the Soul Shaker had so little health. It's fucked. Well, then, yeah. So the hand is coming up behind Suchi, and it could you describe the hand's attack for me? Like, what would it be doing?
It was about to like latch onto you and like drain some of your energy. I was gonna have you make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. So it's very like energy is flowing wispily towards like down its fingers towards its palm.
Well, I mean, like, was it going for my ankle? Was it going for my
Your face.
one? Okay, cool. That's what I had. That's what I thought.
Nice. Okay.
So the hand is crawling along the ground. It lunges up at Suchi's face. Suchi's eyes begin to glow a faint blue for a second as he just holds up with single hand, and a wall of force just appears between himself and the hand, which just crashes into the wall and collapses back down to the floor.
It's actually upside down now on the ground. It's like wriggling, kind of like a upside down like crab or spider or something.
Nice. Getting good use out of my spell slots.
I believe so. Next up, Marlo. The floor is yours.
All right. Marlo will slip past Sushi and move here to flank, just in case. And he will attempt to finish off the final hand.
26 will hit. Oh my gosh, that is like more than 10 times. All right, take it away for real this time.
He'll reach down, grab it in his good hand, and say, and shake. And as he shakes the hand, a sudden jolt of electricity channels through his body and fucking fries the hand.
And with that, you all have successfully defeated the Soul Shaker. Pat yourselves on the back for a job well done.
Yeah, that was fun.
I use the hand to pat myself on the back.
I love the incredibly different tones that we went for with our characters' action.
Yep. I think maybe we should check on her.
Probably, yeah. Did Mola take any hits in there?
Nope.
Marlo is fortunately unscathed.
I know exactly how you feel.
So actually, I'm just going to admit to you all right now that it should not have the crushing grasp action. I attributed it to it as a spur of the moment buff since, tides are very in your favor. They do not actually get that ability. Also, that'll be fucked if all 7 of them had that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, damn, that action economy. Once you beat it, you just get mangled.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in all fairness, like, assuming that you do have them all act on the same turn, there was a very real possibility that Soul Shaker would have just gone, like, before it died, or like in the middle of the round. So, like, you could very easily still, like, take out a couple of them before they had the chance to go. So, like, I wouldn't have been personally super surprised if they got to use the Soul Shaker's buffed up attacks, because 7 crawling hands is not really going to make for much of a face to a boss fight, you know?
Right.
No, but 7 crushing hands with 2d8 plus 5 damage is
Yeah, but you're supposed to be level 5 people here at with a group of 4 to 6. It's fine.
Level 3 actually.
It's fine.
unless you're specifically a spellcaster with AoE, you're gonna get fucked up.
I wonder what that's like.
A party of 4 or 5 martial people could still at least take out a couple of them.
Yeah, they are pretty low on health.
Yeah. They've got 2 health.
Actually, speaking of, I need both of you to give me an active perception check.
Damn it, I'm not as good at the active as I am the passive, though.
What do you mean?
Well,
I have a +0 to perception, but I have 15 passive perception.
Well, that's okay, because the DC is higher than the passive perceptions of both of you anyway. Oh. Well,
that's unfortunate.
Nothing to see here, folks.
We don't find the cool magical item.
Right.
Alternatively, we didn't see the actual big bad guy escaping through the clearly marked door on the back that says exit.
Yeah. That's a problem for future us.
Just for fun, Sushi roll me a DC 14 Constitution save. I just want to know what would have happened. Oh man. Okay, that's okay.
I would have died. Suchi would have fucking died, and I would have had to roll my bug character after all.
Oh yeah, you would have died. Well, sorry, fallen
Oh.
unconscious.
Damn. Would I have? Is that just how much damage it would be dealing?
How much extra damage it would take from draining you dry?
Oh.
So damage to like latch onto you first, and then damage to lower your maximum health. You know, classic undead behavior.
Oh, so I would have taken 33 damage. That's more than my max health.
Yes.
Fuck.
Damn. Though lowering your max health only kills you outright if you lower the max health to 0.
Yes, I don't think he was saying that it would
Oh, okay.
drain
Mhm.
my max health. I was just commenting on like how much damage that is. Like if I got hit by that attack at full health, it would have knocked me out.
That's fair.
All right. Would you all like to head back then?
Yes.
What was that?
If you all wanted to head back.
I don't know. I mean, maybe we should explore the room to see if there's anything we missed. Though I assume that's what the perception check was for, so we probably got everything we're gonna get.
Well, you can roll me survival if you would like, actually.
Sure,
If you roll me survival.
no
then
problem.
fucking hit.
All right. The DC for the survival was 9, right?
Sushi. It was not 9. You actually see what looks to be kind of like in the dirt. If you look pretty closely, you'll see that there is a kind of like a line, a trail of some sort, leading towards the south like west tunnel, like this little one down here.
Which one? This one?
Down here.
Or these?
Yeah, there.
You are not pinging in a way that I can see.
We ping with this one.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Neat.
Oh, it's because, that's weird. What about, there we go. For some reason it wasn't showing up on the camera side.
How wide is this tunnel exactly?
You might have to squeeze through. You'd certainly be able to fit. What is the size of Squeak again?
Squeak is small.
Oh, Squeak should be fine. But you would have to squeeze through.
All right. Molo, why don't you go check on Kiana? Squeak and I will investigate this area a little bit more. Squeak, can you go check out that tunnel?
Sounds good.
Squeak gives a little salute and says, I'm on it. Yoink.
All right, Squeak. Does Squeak have dark vision?
Yes, 60 feet of dark vision.
Okay. Marlo, you happen upon Kiana, who has collapsed into unconsciousness. Squeak,
Huh.
you find yourself a pitiful crawling claw, kind of like throwing itself against the sand over here, trying desperately to escape, it looks like. I'm not going to have anyone roll for initiative, but these are the things you both see.
Oh, is she okay? Is she wounded?
She does not look to be physically, visibly wounded.
Squeak is going to quietly leave the tunnel. Explain to Suchi that she found another one of those hands. And Suchi will say, okay, I'll stay here and watch the area. You go tell Molo about that. I found another hand in one of those tunnels.
Oh, is
Oh.
it hostile?
It might not have. It might be. It might not have known I was there. It seemingly was. It looked like it was kind of trying poorly to escape. Maybe.
Hmm.
What happened to Kiana?
Looks like she passed out. I don't see any wounds on her.
Maybe it's. Maybe it's. Maybe it's just because she gave out from like the psychic strain that thing was putting on her.
Oh, yeah, she was playing for a while. Probably just exhausted.
I'm gonna go continue investigating that hand.
Right. I'm actually not sure what I should do with her. I think I'd try and carry her up to one of the beds. So there are tied up farmers up there.
Squeak is gonna try investigating this other tunnel. See if he can find more of these hands.
Okay. You are able to find an additional hand. It seems to be it's made itself quite small, and it's kind of like attempting to be like a rock against this wall.
Noticing a pattern here. Squeak is gonna continue down this tunnel. Nothing more this way. How about over here?
The remaining tunnels that you look at are empty.
All of the remaining tunnels?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. So there were two more hands that seem to just kind of be existing. One of them seems to be trying to hide, and the other one seems to be trying to escape.
Yes.
Neither of them seemed to be hostile. I'm gonna try something. Squeak is going to walk. It's gonna go down the rest of the way down this tunnel and attempt to get this hand's attention. And she's going to reach out one of her hands in in a what's the word I'm looking for? Beckoning gesture, I guess.
Okay. Can you roll me your choice of persuasion or animal handling? Ooh.
Let's go!
While it turns around and initially looks like it's about to make a threatening pose, it actually turns around and does nothing.
Interesting. She's gonna what would you call this gesture? When you're like,
Yeah, that's a beckon.
yeah, I guess. She's going to like with her hand make a another beckoning gesture as though like actively calling the hand over to her. And then continue to hold it outstretched closer to the ground.
Okay. The crawling claw will kind of crawl over and place a single finger in Squeak's outstretched hand. Since Squeak is on the smaller side, the hand is like hand-sized, you know?
Mm-hmm. Squeak will gently wrap her fingers around the single finger that it placed in her palm.
Okay. It will shake its finger up and down.
Amazing. I have no idea where to even go from now.
Me neither.
Terrific.
Your familiar has a familiar.
Time to collect.
Time to collect
body parts.
the other one. Bit by bit, we're gonna create a whole new person. We're gonna build Sloppy Joe from the ground.
This is a prequel, yes. You've seen right through my plan.
Amazing. Can't wait for us to meet a very unhappy man named Scones.
Yeah.
For anyone in the audience, this is all in reference to previous campaigns. Bailiff had a character named Scones who had the ability to summon a zombie that he named Sloppy Joe.
Did I ever actually refer to one as Sloppy Joe?
I thought that's what like the proper name was, and everything else that you ever called him was like just a pun about it.
That might have been the case. But yeah, every time he respawned, I gave him a different name. Slappy Joe, Gloppy Joe.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, you befriended this hand, theoretically.
I've theoretically befriended this hand. Squeak is going to gently tug the hand in the direction of the tunnel to try to get it to follow her down the tunnel. Suchi visibly recoils as he sees this and pulls out his wand. Squeak just like holds up a single hand to stop him. Like, okay, I found one of your friends. Let's go try to find them. Okay. She's gonna continue to beckon the hand to follow her back down this tunnel. And she's going to similarly try to get this one's attention. You said that this one is like balling itself up, trying to look like a rock.
Yes.
All right. So Squeak gently taps on the stone walls of the tunnel to try to get its attention. And holds out, and assuming that she does, she holds out one of her hands to it, trying to get its attention.
Okay. It will uncurl a little bit. And can Squeak make me a persuasion check at advantage? Since you've already befriended one hand, you seem to...
Uh-oh.
Well, it does not attack you, but it kind of like makes if you imagine if it had like a head or a face, it would make a hissing at you. So it kind of like leans forward as if it's attempting to hiss at Squeak.
All right. Squeak will back off a little bit. Give it a little bit more space. And new tactic. She's going to sit down, try to make herself look a little bit smaller and less intimidating. And once again, hold out her hand.
All right, I'll take another persuasion check at advantage. All right, much better. It will also make a sitting gesture with its hand. It'll kind of like plop the palm part down, but like its fingers are still holding it upright on the front side.
Gotcha. Just did what I'm pretty sure you described on my desk, trying to figure out, like, what is that? What does that look like?
I was literally describing, I have my own hand on my desk and I plopped it down as if we were making a sitting position, and I looked down at my hand and tried to describe that to you live.
Gotcha.
D&D.
She will make a beckoning gesture as though to try to get it to follow her, same as the other one.
All right, it has begun the RuneScape follow animation, and it falls in line with the other hand.
Woohoo! Okay. Just going to lead both of these hands out here. Suchi once again backs off and pulls out his wand.
Kill it, fire!
Squeak holds up both of her hands to stop him and says, "Look, these ones aren't hostile. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with them, but they seem like they're basically just scared animals at this point."
Huh.
Weird though it may be, I'm curious if they have any connection to this Cully and Kiana in any way.
Could be. Well, if they're not hostile, no harm in hurting them. Or no use in hurting them.
No harm in hurting them, loads gun. Cock
Stab.
shotgun.
Well, okay. Let's try to investigate what's going on with them then, I guess. Suchi begrudgingly acquiesces.
Is there something particular like you'd like to test them with? Or are you just examining their behavior, sitting back and watching?
At the moment, I kind of want to just see if we can get them to keep following us.
Oh, yeah.
If they are in any way tied to Cully or Kiana, I kind of just assumed that they would have some kind of interaction with Kiana or something.
Okay. Well, they do follow you still, actually. Or follow Squeak, specifically.
Is my magical construct friend Squeak, and these are her two pet severed hands.
D&D.
I love the Addams family.
Not just one, but two hands.
Love interest for thing.
But in this campaign, we do not do the whole, you know how animated shows and movies always like they like, oh, love interest, let's just take the exact same model, but not yassify it, but they adjust it, you know, eyes bigger, like, how do I phrase this? All right, I'm gonna be completely honest. So animated shows and movies, they'd like to take like, oh, the cat, the dragon, let's just make it shaped just like this, you know, like the hips are wider, his chest portion's puffed out a little bit more, their eyes are gonna be like this. That's how you know this is a female dragon or something, or like a cat, you know, like they Does that make sense? You've probably seen this discourse going around.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the hands has like fingernails.
Yes, there we
They're
go.
painted.
Red fingernails, or like the whole Pac-Man Miss Pac-Man situation. Man, this is
It has a bow.
yeah. There's a bow, there's a mole, and there's lipstick and fingernails. Oh my gosh, the perfect GIF. Interesting. Actually,
Yeah, fair enough. Fast and answer.
have y'all seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish yet?
Nope.
So they do not make this mistake, actually. So I appreciate that. They actually took a character from a previous movie that did have that done to them, but then like made it more. They did not make that mistake in this movie, and for that I appreciate that. I actually didn't notice until someone pointed it out and compared the characters from the different movies, and I'm like, oh, well, that's nice. That's refreshing.
The original movie?
I have, but it's been so long ago that honestly, and it also wasn't my favorite movie, but Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is a fantastic movie. It's easily somewhere in my top 10, actually.
So I never learned that the first movie existed. I learned about Puss in Boots: The Last Wish through like a trailer long before it released, and I just figured, oh cool, they made a Puss in Boots movie. That's stupid. And then later on in conversation with a coworker, that's when I learned that, oh, this is the second? What do you mean this is the second movie? There wasn't a first Puss in Boots movie. And then learned about that after the fact. So I have not seen either of these movies. I have, however, seen the scene from the first movie that introduces the character that you're talking about.
Yes. Which I didn't
That is
realize.
Yes. That's a fun scene. The movie itself doesn't look fantastic. But it's especially unfair to compare it to The Last Wish, which looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. And is phenomenal.
Yep, I've seen a shit ton of clips about it on YouTube, but I have not yet seen the movie itself.
I saw it twice. Good character growth, character motivations, excellent animation.
Yes.
Now that I've been listening to the soundtrack, the music is even better than I anticipated. Like, they make really good use of the whole like repeated motifs and stuff. Like, good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Okay.
claws are intent on following Squeak, so feel free to move at your leisure.
All right. Molo, you checked on Kiana. How's she doing?
She seems to have passed out from the exhaustion. I was gonna.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna say passed. Like, she seems to have passed away.
Yeah, she was basically dead. We should start burying her now.
Yeah, good thing you all are underground already.
I was gonna say we could. Oh wait. We got down here with a ladder. Okay, so carrying her upstairs isn't really gonna be viable. Something else we could. I was gonna say we could use the. We could take some bedding downstairs, but I use the bedding to tie up the village. Let's just leave her here.
Did I?
Nah.
We gotta dig another tunnel out of the house.
Nothing else. We should probably check on those farmers anyway.
Yeah.
So she's passed out, but breathing and doesn't appear to be wounded.
Passed out, breathing, not visibly or physically wounded.
Mm-hmm. Before we go, can you see if there's anything like magically wrong with her? Marlo will like open one of her eyelids. Are her eyes red?
Her eyes are no longer red. Well, actually, they weren't red to begin with, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't think you said that they will.
I think it specifies that she holds the knife loosely, but her eyes aren't crimson like those of the other farmers. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So she's conked out, but it doesn't seem to necessarily be something super serious, hopefully.
Right. Yes. Best as you can tell. You can feel free to give me a survival check too if you would like. Or medicine, sorry.
Medicine seems more accurate. 15.
Okay. Yeah, she seems to be just kind of like what Marlo was saying earlier. Or I believe whoever it was saying. She's probably exhausted. She's probably been awake for like days at a time.
Mm-hmm. Well, we should probably, I guess we should try to get her upstairs somehow.
Pretty dangerous to move an unconscious person, especially up a ladder.
Well, if you would like, with this medicine check, I'll also say perhaps she'll wake up after, as I've instructed here, an hour.
Gotcha. So I guess we'll just have to hang out here for an hour.
Yeah. Well, while we wait, we can go upstairs and check on those farmers.
I take it the hands are not doing anything.
The hands aren't doing much, they're just falling squeak.
They're strangling her.
You turn around, they're actively strangling. Squeak, damn.
Well, I was expecting some kind of interaction, but probably not this. Should we stop them? No, I want to see where this goes.
Ah, they moved.
You'll see that all the farmers, while still tied up, kind of look like they're facing the hole you just came out of.
Are they conscious now?
They're unconscious still.
But they've moved.
Yes, they've moved. Or perhaps they were moved. You know what? It's hard to say.
Oh, I don't like that.
We'll assume that she moved them and then came down here and passed out from me bastards.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
The only way to be safe is to kill all the villagers now. All of them.
Load shotgun again.
Not just the men, but the women.
And
the
it should.
Well, that's disconcerting.
It's normal. People move around in their sleep all the time.
All four of them in their sleep, just all rolled over in the same direction
Yes.
simultaneously
Yes.
with enough force to just roll around the room.
Yep.
One of which had to move from one room to another.
Yep. You know, with the sleep apnea, it really gets you. You know, they haven't invented CPAP machines yet, so they're just not getting good sleep at all.
Same.
They're just like me, for real, for real. Yeah, did you want to push them out of the way? Do you want to drop them down the hole? Do you want to... we can at Bernie's this?
Drop them down the hole directly onto Kiana.
And I'll open one of their eyelids. Are they still red?
I believe they are no longer red. Let me just double check. Yes, the crimson hue is gone from their eyes.
Oh, good.
You did it.
I guess Marlo will try and kind of shake one of them awake.
Okay. Can you pick one specifically to shake awake? You know, not that it's important or anything, but
The
choose
one that
wisely.
moved into the room.
This one right here?
Yep.
Okay. So you use an action to shake and rouse this farmer awake, and they'll say, "Oh, what's going on? Oh, who are you?"
Yeah, I get that reaction a lot. What's the last thing you remember?
It's a good question. What is the last thing they remember? Let me just check. Hmm. I remember going down into some caverns. It's really dark. There's a smell. That's all I remember. I'm sorry.
I think you all have been influenced by some kind of dark magic. Here, I'll untie you. I'll start untying them.
Okay. You are easily able to untie this farmer. Thank you. Should we untie these? Wait. Did you tie us up?
Yeah, you were trying to kill us.
Oh. Well, I'm so sorry. The farmer will go up and begin untying the other farmers. Unless you want to stop them, of course, you know. You think this is
Assuming
suspicious.
their eyes are all back to normal, then I'll leave them. Then
Okay.
I'll untie them.
Yeah, you check each farmer, each one of their eyes are back to normal.
I mean, I personally am still pretty suspicious about this, just because, if nothing else, after you checked the eyes and started talking to this person, the music changed. You never trust the music change.
Very true.
Either these people are deceiving us now, or they're about to start killing us.
They pull out your loaded shotgun from earlier. Wait, where'd you get that?
Hey now, hold on.
All right, but you arrived on this first floor safely. The farmers, one is conscious, the others are unconscious. None of them are tied up. Anything you'd like to do up here?
Sure, I guess I'll go down and get Suchi up to speed.
All right, Sushi.
And then I untied them.
Okay. You've successfully caught Sushi up to speed, I believe.
While staying upstairs.
Yes.
Just calling the whole thing down the ladder.
Now, you are all due for a long rest soon. You can short rest if you want, but I'll just let you know. Long rest is on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Since some time will have passed, so just let me know when you're finished catching Suchi up to speed, and then I'll probably wake Kiana up.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
When you get down the ladder, Suchi and Squeak are just like sitting on the ground, leaning up against this shelf, trying to play with the hands.
Like doing rock, paper, scissors, holding it by the wrist, going rock, paper, scissors.
Not what I meant, but
All right, before long, Kiana is roused awake. Say, what's going on? Hi, welcome to the Rattle. You guys farmers?
we are adventurers.
Oh, what brings you to our humble abode? She looks around to double check, make sure she's in the right place.
All right, well, let me get you up to speed.
In a world, you and those, Suchi points at the severed hands.
Kiana will look at the severed hands and she'll look pretty shocked, actually. She's like, oh my, just like the glimpses I've been having.
Could you tell us about those?
Well, more like I can't remember the last thing I was doing. I just remember strange hands and menacing words spoken in my dead friend Cully's voice.
What words?
I remember words telling me to dig. And then I dug, and she looks behind her. I found this cavern. I remember Cully saying things to the farmers that entered the caverns, telling them to hurt each other, telling them to mark the houses with X's after each farmer visited the cavern.
Hmm.
Do you remember what Cully looked like?
Cully? It's been a while, but he looked like, and she gives like a kind of a generic description. I don't have one specifically of Cully, but she'll rattle off a description that is not like a bunch of arms and hands lassoed together.
Do you remember what you found in this cavern?
I don't remember what I found in this cavern. I assume it was something horrendous.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was hoping to learn more about it. Maybe explain everything that's gone on here.
She'll say,
something. Maybe it's something new. After all, from what I've heard, your friend Cully has been gone for quite some time, and theoretically, the thing that we fought down here was here for quite a while as well. So I'm just curious as to why it would only now try to use you to escape, assuming that's what happened at all.
Well, when I did hear Cully's voice, I thought the gods were giving me a chance to make amends, since it is my fault that Cully died at Cradle Lace Lake. But I'm tired of... just tired. I just want to go home.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Would you mind spelling out that lake name for me?
Yeah. Right, there you go. Cradle Lace Lake.
Thank you.
So, yes, in summary, she was told to dig as she heard Cully's voice beyond the cellar. She dug and found the cavern to yourself. And the farmers also living at this conclave presumably entered the cavern. And before long, they were at each other's throats. As they were... basically, Kiana will say that she remembers that the farmers did whatever Cully said, including hurting one another and then marking the houses with the X's.
I apologize for being so blunt, but why do you think that Cully's death is your fault?
Well, we were playing by Cradle Lace Lake. I saw him drown and I was unable to save him.
It's a fair bit different than it being directly your fault, but I can understand the guilt warping that.
I have a friend who drowned too. I couldn't save him.
I'm sorry. I know this is a solemn situation, and you're probably bringing that up in solidarity, but
Oh yeah, no, it's also funny, but
I can still hear his voice. I'm not dead. I just want to hear.
I hate this.
Kirk, you're alive. Oh, just kidding. Kirk, you're dead. But yes, she's awake. She's conscious. Now you don't have to worry about the situation where you have to like try to bring her up the ladder. Anything else you'd like to ask her before you head upstairs?
Can you tell us how to get to Cradle Lace Lake?
Cradle Lace Lake? Huh. Why do you want to head there, she'll ask.
I can't help but feel that whatever it is that we found down here might not be fully dealt with, and there might be some extra reason why Cully specifically was used as a tool to get this thing freed and fed, as it were. Like, surely there were other people in the area that it could have potentially called out to or manipulated and used any number of different things or people to motivate someone to dig this tunnel out for it. I don't know. Cully's death seems to have kind of rocked your community. You guys have a whole verse of a song dedicated to it. I just can't help but feel that it's somewhat significant to the situation at hand.
She'll say,
I would like to investigate if possible.
that makes sense, she'll say. She'll hand you a piece of parchment with a red X on it. And she'll say,
Amazing.
well, if you must go, then you must know the history of Cradle Lace Lake. Cradle Lace Lake was once a thriving but isolated farm, home to a large, happy family. During a terrible storm, a sinkhole swallowed the farmhouse, then flooded, drowning the house in brackish muck. They say that the house's residents struggled to escape the pit, but the farm's owner, desperate to keep her family with her, dragged them back into the sinking house. In the aftermath, when neighbors arrived at the sinkhole's edge, they found 6 pairs of severed undead hands struggling to escape the muddy water.
I always love when you investigate like a single thing in D&D that you're just like, this might have been an innocuous thing. This might also be like the thread that we're supposed to follow to the next plot point, and then the DM reads out a paragraph and you're like, yes! I was fucking grasping at straws for a second there. I was just like, I feel like I sound like a waving lunatic right now. It's like seeing connections where there are none. Now I feel like a genius.
Good thinking.
Thank you. How many severed hands did you say were found?
There were 6 pairs of severed undead hands struggling to escape the muddy water. Now I know what you're thinking. There are more than 6 hands here. Of course, the farmers. The bodies that are down here added to the list of hands. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What? They're started with 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I can have 2 girlfriends. I have 2 hands for holding. Just gonna clip this to send to my first girlfriend later. No, I'm kidding.
Amazing. Did you say it was just like? Did you say that there was like some particular cataclysm that caused this? Was it like a
During a
flood, earthquake?
Yeah, so during a terrible storm, a sinkhole swallowed the farmhouse and then flooded, drowning the house in brackish muck. So it was like a combination. Storm, sinkhole, and flooding. The old 1-2-3 punch. You see, this module is actually commentary on how, we can't be homeowners because, what if a terrible storm happens and then a sinkhole opens up under your house and then like floods the house and then yeah. Oh, wait a minute. It says here the farm's owner desperate to keep her family with her. Ah, our classic favorite tale of how landlords suck. What was the other thing we were doing where we're like, wait a minute, landlords are the bad guys? I forget what it was. What was it?
That's just real life, man.
It is real life, but it also happened in some recent campaign we did. We're like, wait a minute. I was like reading off from the book. Oh, it says here specifically that this person likes, I don't know, owning property or something like that. Well, fuck this guy. I forgot what it was. I'll have to look it up.
I don't recall, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
It does sound familiar.
I think it was something from... Oh, it was The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Remember that guy you met who was tasked to give you all as guests a free magic item of your choice?
Yeah.
He was weaving the magic items
yeah.
because he was like a landlord. He had like 150 Airbnb properties and grossly overcharged. So then when he got to the Feywild, he was cursed to provide anyone who comes into his home a free magic item of their choice. Yeah. So this right here, more of that. Perhaps. All those people died because she was like, no, this is our home, I was gonna go turn into there's a new thing I've been getting commercials for on YouTube. It's not Airbnb. It's like something else where they specify, but the host won't stay with you because privacy is important. Rent yourself a blah 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 today, and I forgot what it was. Yep. So that's what happened. Storm, sinkhole, flooding, all because of this landlord. Verbo, yeah, Verbo.
So what you're saying is we each both get a magic item of our choice.
Clopper Clock bursts through the floor, and it's like, well, you got that right. Here are your magic items right now.
All right, so I'll take a deck of many things.
Oh, hold on. I'll hold your horses. It will be an iconic moment when I provide players with as someone whose party has received a deck of many things for the first time just a few weeks ago. It's the first time I've ever seen a deck of many things like in person, and by in person I mean like quote unquote as a fellow player. Like, it'll be a big moment, and it will probably be the lesser card variety. Now that I've learned that they come in different like numbers, different sized varieties.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big moment. Kind of like the first time I saw an immovable rod being used was in our Ghost of Saltmarsh campaign. Yeah, I'll post that.
Like all artifacts, the deck of many things is powerful enough that, like, when you include it in your campaign, the campaign is now about this artifact.
Yep.
Unless you just decide not to use it.
Boom. Deck of Many Things seems like it's one of those artifacts that's like, you don't necessarily need to make the campaign about that one, specifically because of the fact that, like, it doesn't have consistent effects to build a plot around. It's just, you got a buttload of cards to draw from, so you got a buttload of, like, times to roll on a, like, D100 table, and then, but, like, you only get so many of them before you basically just kill your character instantly.
Wait, I think I have an idea of how to put it in somewhere. Let me just look at these effects. Huh. Oh. Yeah, I think I know some good places to put this. I can neither confirm nor deny any allegations that may be levied against me, but the wheels are turning, the gears are churning. All right, now that you've obtained this information from Kiana, is there anything else you'd like to ask her before you all head up?
Is there anything we can do for you?
All she'll reply is that she just wants to go back to the town of promise.
Well, we do have a wagon that we could use to get you back, though.
She perks up at this sight, the sound of you saying that. And actually, I forgot that I have a handout to give you of Kiana herself. Let me get that to you all.
Kind of figured.
All right, this is Kiana. You successfully saved her from the Soul Shaker.
Oh damn, she's got like all kinds of tiny blood stains all over her body, all over her clothes.
Good points. Yeah, I'm sure that's nothing. Maybe it's the style that the kids wear these days. You know, she's got the torn jeans, she's got the blood-stained shirt, you know.
She's got the traumatized eyes.
Traumatized eyes. She's just like me for real, for real.
She's got the knife that she's brandishing loosely.
It did say that she tries to avoid combat, but good thing you all tied up those farmers because they're supposed to come down and join the fight once the Soul Shaker awakens.
Makes sense. So, like, how the fuck did they move?
You know, they're tied up. They can still move.
Fucked up.
Mhm.
People that are tied up can't move. That's illegal. That's the whole point of tying someone up. You can't do that one thing that you're not supposed to be doing now.
I told my friend that I was looking for a VTuber artist and a VTuber rigger. Or I said specifically an artist and the rigger. She's like, you're looking for a rigger, like that kind of rigger or that kind of rigger? I'm like, you know the answer to this question.
I don't necessarily even know what that means.
Have you heard of Shibari?
Ah. Yes.
Okay. Like, maybe not that exactly, but, you know, in that vein, adjacent, that vibe, that general area, I gesture. That actually reminds me, did you see I don't know if you saw you see my post about, like, hey, writers, put in the tags, reblog this, put in the tag with the last sentence of your work in progress is. It is a shame that Tumblr tags wouldn't let me put a comma or quotation marks in, but I try my best to, like, replicate the last line. Last line of one of the chapters of my work in progress, because I thought it was pretty nice. It put me in the mood to, like, read some of my old fan fiction.
Nice.
Yeah.
My friend Charlie is rereading and editing one of his walks right now. He's been walking on that for several days.
Yeah, I do miss working, because I used to spend my free time, you know, reading and writing, but been busy with the Fire Emblem, and then, depending on how the sale goes, busy with the Ace Attorney, so we'll see. Just to speed things along a little bit, you'll actually hear the sound of a carriage coming up, or a wagon of some sort. And it's not too out of the question because I am actually instructed, according to this portion, that Proclaimer Ward will show up, as will Lady Dre, as she and the horses have extracted her wagon from the sinkhole and are now waiting for the characters. So if you'd like to come up, feel free to step onto the first floor.
All of them come down to meet us here. Horses and everything.
The horses can now, they had what is it called when you have like an underground movement speed, like in the dirt? Kind of like that one creature, the
Burrow?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, the horses have gained a burrow speed, and they actually pull the cart in and bust in through the walls. Lady J's like,
fucking terrifying.
look what they
A horse with
learned.
a burrow speed.
Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
I mean, they're barely capable of running. They might as well like pick up a second skill, you know?
Yeah, forget Pegasus. These horses have traveled through the ground.
One of these days, I'm gonna include that as an actual thing in D&D. I have to figure out how to make that shit walk, but it's gonna be fucking hilarious.
I am actually
Yeah,
really
so-
tempted to give them that actual ability because I have, in one of my other campaigns, there is a set of horses that they obtained. And because 1 to 2 of the party members can regularly speak to animals, to beasts, all I'll say is the horses led them across like on a wild crusade. And one of the horses said, "I thirst for blood," before charging forward. And it was fantastic. It was it was a great time. Blood
Beautiful.
was, well,
Alright.
anyway, I can either
So
confirm or
Pegasus
deny.
can fly.
Mhm.
Seahorses can swim. But what do we call horses that can burrow?
Well, let me watch My Little Pony this weekend, and I'll get back to you. Maybe one of them, I don't know, does some sort of ground situation.
Oh yeah, unicorns are magic or whatever.
Friendship
Oh,
is
wait,
magic.
aren't like the regular horses just straight up called like earth ponies or whatever?
I don't know. I haven't seen the show yet.
Yes.
Don't ask me. I don't know yet.
There you go. That all right, fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't show it in the show, but they all have burrow speed.
You heard it here, folks. Next session, we're running a My Little Pony campaign.
I'm gonna be an earth pony.
The system I'm going to use is Shadowrun, actually.
Fuck yeah!
Some cybernetic enhancements on some of the ponies.
Well, and there's gotta be a... One sec, actually.
Okay. Also, at this point, will anyone need a break soon?
I'm probably good.
I kind of want to go get another drink.
Okay.
And I gotta go to the bathroom.
I could also use a quick bathroom break. So when we get back, we'll take you all up and we'll talk to Tungsten One and Lady Dre, yeah? Perhaps. All right. Well, I'll call anyway, so BRB. And we're back. Thank you all for sitting tight. Let me resume the music. And would you all like to head up? Or do you have any additional questions to ask Kiana now that she's conscious? And thank you for the welcome back, Reese. Now that she's conscious and not evil that you know of.
I think we're done here.
I wasn't thinking that until you said it.
What? What?
I don't think I have any more questions for her.
Okay. In that case, Kiana will she'll head up the ladder first. Unless, one of you thinks that it's suspicious that she's heading up first, then she'll lock you into the cellar. Does anyone else want to go in first? Go out first?
Sure.
I feel like we're being manipulated.
Alright, I'll bring her up. Tungsten Ward will be out here actually conversing with one of the farmers. Tungsten Ward will say, "Oh, there you all are. What happened? Did you find Kiana?" And without further ado, Kiana will actually step out. And Tungsten Ward will announce, "Oh, joyous day, Kiana, you're safe. Glad to hear that these noble adventurers have seen to it. Are you hurt in any way?" Kiana will kind of like shake her head, kind of like, I don't know if you all have seen the way Yuna from Final Fantasy X shakes her head.
Yep.
Yeah, so Kiana will do that. And then she'll say, "I'm fine. I just need a lot more rest." Tungsten will ask, "So what did you all see down there?"
Hands.
Tungsten
Okay, that's not very helpful.
pull out the notebook that they've had this whole time and begins jotting hands, okay?
So she appeared to be under some sort of enchantment or control, and she was there was a giant amalgamation of a bunch of severed hands and arms.
Severed hands? Oh, by the gods. You all aren't hurt, are you? Does anyone need a little bit of healing, perhaps?
I actually think we're completely fine.
Speak for yourself.
Oh yeah, you are at full health, asshole.
We're completely fine. Looks over at the bloodied party members.
I couldn't remember if anyone else had gotten hit.
We didn't get hit in that fight, but we did get hit in previous fights.
Oh, that's right.
Regardless, I assume we're fine, mainly for plot reasons, because I think we're about to conveniently get healed up otherwise. But I mean, if you want to heal us up, then go for it.
Guess I'll hold off on just a moment. Lady Dre will come up and she'll say, "So, tell me what happened. Did everything go okay?"
I think we solved the problem.
But we haven't solved the mystery.
That's true.
Solve the problem, you say? Excellent. Oh, I hear these farmers are in rough shape, so Tungsten here actually did mention that they want to assist with them, helping them get back up on their feet. But before that can happen, with Kiana here, it sounds like we should get her back to Promise. I assume you two would like to... I assume you three would like to join us on the return trip.
Yeah.
Ideally. Oh, the hand's still following Squeak?
Yes. Sorry, let me grab the hands. The hands will follow Squeak, at which point Lady Dre will go, "Whoa! By the gods, what are those behind you? Get back! Get behind me!"
It's okay.
Those are the sorts of hands that we were talking about. We don't know why, but these ones aren't hostile. That's one of the things that I was referring to when I said we hadn't solved the mystery yet. There's clearly some kind of underlying cause of this that we haven't addressed yet. So that's the next step.
Actually, can one of you two roll me a d12? Oh, okay, a 6. All right, well, thank you for the roll. Let me just write this down. 6. Got it. Wait, actually, let me do it like this. 6. There we go. Nothing to see here.
Bad.
It's how many fingers are on this hand. I don't know. It's the number that it can count up to.
It's the level of spell slot it has access to.
Oh, what a fantastic idea. All right. Lady Dre will kind of like pat one of the horses and she'll speak to you all and she'll say, well, oh, actually, this kind farmer here had something to say to you all. And this farmer that's speaking with Tungsten will say, this is what the farmer will tell you. This farmer remembers only snippets from the last few days, but the last thing that they recall clearly is preparing to return to Promise for the Awakening Festival, the festival that you all attended, and these farmers, Kiana was supposed to attend, but she and the other farmers missed it. They also will share a few additional info that I'll speak in character. So this farmer will turn to you all with a hushed voice and say, Kiana had been behaving strangely, growing increasingly convinced that her dead friend was speaking to her. Thank you all for... She seems to be much better now. Wait a minute, Kiana's literally right next to this farmer. Let me just conveniently move Kiana back here as she's, she's kind of like eyeing these hands. So the farmer will relay that information. And the farmer will also add, well, while we can't reward you for saving us in the way of wealth, there is a special bag that we have stashed with tools in a nearby shed.
Could come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
The farmer will hand you a very small piece of parchment with a tiny red X on it.
Does it lead around the back of the house?
It leads somewhere off the map. Yeah, let's say it leads to the left side of the house where it's, oh man, sure is no room for it. Yes, would anyone like to retrieve said reward for your kindness?
Sure.
Okay. Then Marlo, you go to open the shed and you'll actually see that trapped under some of the tools is a third hand.
Hey, look, another one.
Yo, God in heaven.
I guess it's my turn to try.
All right, go ahead.
There, hand.
Go ahead and roll
It's
me
okay.
a persuasion check, a flat one, or animal handling should you so desire.
Slightly higher. Great.
All right, the hand will hiss at you despite the fact it is trapped under the tools.
And also has no mouth.
Right.
Okay, well, I will attempt to lift up the tools so it can be free.
Okay.
I have no mouth and I must hiss.
So you lift up the tools, and it'll actually attempt to. It's like darting outside of the shed.
Right, well, I'm not going to stop it, but maybe Squeaks will have a better chance.
Okay. In that case, I'll say that one of the crawling claws, the one escaping the shed, will run past. Let's say Suchi and Squeak both see it. And welcome into Stockholm. You're just in time for they saved the city. Sorry, the players have saved Kiana here from the horrors of this flesh monster made up of multiple arms. Let me show a picture of this monster again.
And now we've adopted 2 of them as our pets.
Yes. Imagine 2 of these hands are now following the party. It could potentially be 3. We'll see how this goes. But yes, you see the third hand crawl. It seems to be... It's not interested in attacking anyone or being hostile to anyone. It looks like it's just trying to get out of here.
Yeah. So as it moves by, Suchi notices it, snaps his fingers, and says, "Squeak, another one." Squeak's just immediately like, "I'm on it." Pounces into action and very calmly walks over to the hand. Gets down on her hands and knees and like reaches out to it with her palm held up, trying to show it that she means no harm.
All right, go on and give me that persuasion check again at advantage. Or if you wanted to do animal handling this time, feel free to do so.
I will never do animal handling. It significantly works for her.
All right, with the successful 18, and actually kind of stops in place and turns towards Squeak with the same energy as, like, I actually imagine this whole encounter, like, you know how some people, they keep cats around for mice? Just, you got crawling severed hands running around, get some mice.
Get some child-sized mice.
And they can shoot sparks and do magic tricks.
Dress up as a magician in like a Halloween costume.
Well, yeah, you've got 3 hands now.
It's that fucking "why can't I hold all these limes" meme, but just I'm holding 3
severed hands. If you told me that my Friday party would be the group to adopt severed hands from the creature that they were planning to fight, I'd be like, what? This isn't my chaotic group. What are you talking about? I'm sure everything will go according to plan.
We're not the chaotic ones.
There's only 2 of us. There's only so much chaos.
You're plenty chaotic, don't get me wrong, but my most chaotic group is Sundays, where they right now, they went on the show. Do you all remember when I had you all fishing for diamonds in that one-page mage thing? So they're still on this ship. I expected them to be finished with this fishing excursion like 2 or 3 sessions ago. So remember those robots that were So how do I phrase this? Those robots have turned out to be pleasure robots. The queen's personal entourage of pleasure robots, and so some of the characters have caused the pleasure robots to join their side. Some of the other characters have caused the pleasure robots to join their side. So you have robots shooting lasers at each other. Also, they're attacking this. One of the kobold characters is attacking this poor maid who is actually. I had to make sure there are no players in here. The maid is actually the queen in disguise because one of the players was trying to sweet talk the queen into like giving her power. And then the queen kind of like suggested that perhaps a figurehead was in charge because the player wanted to be quote unquote like the person actually in charge, and they can have whoever be the figurehead. So the queen's actually the figurehead. The maid they've been harassing is actually the queen in disguise. So yeah, that's I expected them to go back. So I'm going to tell you a quick secret. When they get back to the throne room, they're supposed to come across people who have tied up the guests who are there, like they've killed some of the guards. They tied up all the other royal guests. That was like 3 sessions ago. They have yet to come back because they're still flying this poor fishing ship.
So the hostages are all dead.
Yeah, I'm just going to have the hostage takers kind of like sitting around playing cards like, oh, we thought you guys would never show up.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Also,
welcome back, Grim Monsoon.
Yes, welcome in, Grim Monsoon. Yeah, we're live. It's Friday with Radiant Citadel. Thank you for stopping by.
We're playing Pokemon. I am collecting a full team of severed hands.
Yes, let me put all the severed hands together. Well, technically, it is. Hold on. Can you describe who's doing the recruiting?
Okay, so my character right over here is Suchi. He is a drow wizard. He is a homebrew subclass called a stage magician, and he gets a magician's assistant as a game mechanic, functionally a pet, except they're also a fully realized sapient being with their own mind, intelligence, personality, and speech capabilities. So Sushi is freaked out by undead things and really doesn't like these hands. Squeak, his assistant, is much more okay with them, and she came to the conclusion that these ones at least aren't hostile. So she is going around dog whistling her way into having a party of 3 severed hand pets that I fully anticipate to continue expanding.
Yep. If you asked me before the session, hey, do you think your players are going to actually try to adopt any of the severed hands they're going to fight? My answer would be, what? No.
You don't know Wales very well. As soon as I saw this thing and it wasn't hostile, he was in my DM saying, befriend the hand, befriend the hand.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I thought one of y'all was going to take care of the hand. Like, oh, look, we've got a straggler, and like stab it or something.
I was so close. Like, I almost did, and then, like, I was like, well, Lightning's not calling for initiative. And then you specifically were like, I'm not going to call for initiative, but, and I was like, okay, I don't think I'm supposed to kill these things.
I see. Well, I'll keep that in mind next time I run Journeys through the Radiant Citadel. No, actually,
every other time that we've seen these hands, it was like, as soon as they were in sight, it was just immediately full initiative. So the simple fact that's not how it went this time did kind of lead with the implication that, like, maybe there's something different that I'm supposed to do here. I don't know.
Well, I am pleased actually where this is going. You all have an entourage of 3 severed hands with you, with the potential for more. You're about to return this lady who was like emotionally and psychically kidnapped to her godmother, and then perhaps depending on where you all are going from there, big things ahead of you.
Yeah.
Also, Grim Monsoon, I love these emotes. I know I said it in chat, but I'll say it out loud. Yeah, these little 20s, like D20s for the nat 20. Actually, I was kind of like, well, would it be cool if like either the bit emote, or not bit emotes, like the bit badges or the sub badges down the line looked like dice, right? Like maybe if you get like a D4 for a certain length of time, and then it becomes a D6 and a D8, or just or like emotes in general, like the D20s. You got a D1 for the crit fails when they happen, which actually I don't think we've had any nat ones this session so far.
Not yet.
Not yet. And of course, the latest nat 20 is the Severed Hand Whisperer over here, Squeakers the Third. Oh, and yeah, sub badges are D4, D6, D8, D12. See, there you go. There we go. That's the dream right there. That's the American dream, to have sub badges that look like the varying dice that you use in TTRPGs.
Always fun.
Also, Stuckham, thank you for the question. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? Actually, I'm doing well. I'm really happy you all befriended the Severed Hands. Actually, again, I wasn't expecting it, but happy how it turned out.
It is fun. I'm having a good time with this session.
Yeah.
I had a fun time in the boss fight that we did earlier.
Yeah.
I fireball twice, and it was super impactful both times.
Yeah.
I actually got a commission idea out of that first one.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
If I wasn't already commissioning someone.
Yeah, that first fireball did a number. It brought the creature below half health, and it was like, still the first round, and it hadn't even attacked yet.
Yep.
Yeah, if we made it out of the boss fight without it hurting us.
Yep. That poor guy. It got plenty of opportunities, just kept rolling.
And I should have increased its speed. It started off so far away. You all have such good ACs anyway. And is it the American dream if you're Australian? Well, I'd like to replace all existing usages of the American dream with something that's, I think, cooler. Like people, if you ask a random person on the street what the American dream is, I figure the answer is not going to be as cool as having, I don't know, TTRPG sub badges or anything D&D related, actually. And you have your session tomorrow, boss fight. Nervous for your party? Ooh, is this on Twitch? What's today? Friday? Yeah, is your session? Are you streaming that tomorrow? Because yes. Okay, well. For those of you, feel free to stop by Grim Monsoon's channel tomorrow. Boss fight, nervous for the party, so that sounds like it's going to be an exciting time. Oh, right. So, because you normally do Thursdays. Yeah, we started off this session with a boss fight because what had happened was last Friday, they made it to the boss, but if you all have seen that meme from El Dorado where it's like not on the stars, not on the cards, whatever it is, the stars aren't aligned. Stars weren't aligned for them to finish off the session with that boss combat. So we started off this session with it, and now they befriended some hands from the boss that they blew up with fire. All right, with 3 hands in tow, are you all ready to head? Do you want to head to the Town of Promise, or do you want to head to Cradle Lace Lake first?
Why don't we head to the Town of Promise to drop off Kiana and maybe get some extra info about the lake.
Okay.
And then we can go about investigation afterwards.
Okay, sounds good. I'll go ahead and get that ready. And Grim Monsoon says has to get ready to go out for dinner for your niece's birthday. Ooh, happy birthday to them. Thank you for the lurk. And I'll go ahead and give you this shout out.
Yes.
Now that I figured out how to do it. Because last time I had to typed out the URL and pasted that into the chat. We're a legit operation now, everyone. Here we go.
We're getting now.
Great. Now, the trip back actually will take some time. So if you all want a long rest and gain your next level up, you may feel free to do so.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Haha, I don't need the long rest though.
Yes, yes. Mr. Unscathed by combat with a flesh creature. Yeah, for those of you who came in recently and did not see the picture, this is the flesh creature right here. And while you're both doing your level ups, I want to answer this question too. Favorite class will always be... Oh, this is what Grim Monsoon is saying. Favorite class will always be Hexblade Warlock. Back to the blade. Favorite spell is Bane. My favorite class in general is Cleric. I think a third of my characters are Cleric. Got a light Cleric. Well, sorry, I have a lady who's part light Cleric, mostly stars Druid. Oh man. There were many jokes I was trying not to make actually while they were fighting the Soul Shaker. Like, who was it? We were talking about having extra hands, and I was gonna make the joke about the what's that technique where you make your hand fall asleep? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Or is this
I know what you're talking about. I don't know
Breaking Bad
if
meme?
that's a term.
I
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about. I do not know what it's called.
Okay, cool. At least we're all the same. Okay, we're all the same wavelength. I'm not going to go into further detail, but I was considering making that joke when they were fighting this thing.
Alright, so long rest and level up. Ooh.
I do want to make a warlock, but the next creature, the next character I'm going to make is a barbarian. I want to make a barbarian path of wild magic, and every time that she rages, because she rolls the dice to figure out what form, like what rage effect she gets, it's going to be a different magical girl outfit for her. So excited.
Nice.
Yeah, because like one of the rage effects, like you can, I don't know, fire a laser from your chest. I'm pretty sure you can fire a laser from your chest. Actually, I'm kind of curious now. 5e path of
Yeah, that's one of the barbarians. It's a bolt of lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, D8 bolt of light shoots from your chest. Yeah, I'm very excited. What else? My Stars Druid. Oh, I just got art back not too long ago of my Stars Druid. I'll go ahead and throw that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on the screen for a little bit. It's by... Here, let me... I don't know if it'll show up. Okay. Yeah, so this person was taking druid commissions, and since she's a stars druid, I was like, can you make the, because you can specify the constellation, I was like, can you do like it looks like a popsicle because canonically my group has invented. Sorry, I want to look at the water again near the bottom. They invented popsicles by using like ice knife and taking a sickle. Popsicle. So there's some memes. There's some like pun going on over there. Oh, let me take this hand off screen because it's kind of scaring me. Favorite spell. It's hard to pick. I do like me some Moonbeam.
That's tricky, yeah.
Grim Stormy, thank you for the follow. You're not Grim Monsoon, are you? Like, sorry, this sounds like a strange question, but this isn't like, one of your alternate characters. Thank you for the follow. We had hit our goal of 70. We were at 69 for a while as of I think yesterday. So now we're at 70, and now we start a new goal.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually,
so I have forgotten to increase Squeak's health last time we leveled up.
Okay.
So her health is supposed to be 5 plus 5 times my wizard level.
Okay.
So her health just went from 20 to 35.
Nice. Meaty.
Also because our proficiency bonus is actually now at 3, her AC is now at 13.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'll send some more attacks that way. Also, yes, your alt account. Thank you for helping us hit our followers goal. Really appreciate it.
We've hit a few of those lately. It's nice.
Yeah, although there was that time. You know what? I'm gonna find the clip in question. I'm gonna post it for everyone. Can you describe it while I'm looking this up?
No, I think it's funnier if I don't describe it.
Okay. I'll pull up the clip, and it's a surprise. Just like the event that happened was a surprise for me. I think the title will spoil it, but
That's fair.
it's okay. All right. Well, speaking of follower goals, this is another time that we hit one of our follower goals. Very memorable, very eventful, I'd say, for reasons I'm not going to get into. Feel free to watch it yourself. All right. How's the spell picking out going? I know that you're a wizard, so I don't know the struggle yet. I will know the struggle one day, perhaps if I reclass Dolce into an actual illusion wizard or something. But
I've got to actually sort out some other stuff with regards to leveling up before I can do that. At Squeak actually has a lot of stuff that just increased as a result of our proficiency bonus going up. So I had to go in and manually fix those things. She is, I think, for the most part, good now. So now it's just about. Now it is about spell picking out.
okay. Well, actually, while we're here, then one of my favorite spells is actually Sunbeam, which was that OP spell that Solstice had. So basically, in the Mythical Sage, Coffee Lich was our DM for Ghost of Saltmarsh. I was playing Solstice Lightning, a Tempest Cleric. Sorry, she was a Tempest Cleric. Whether that means she died or not, it's not. Anyway, she had Warcaster, so of course Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration on a spell. She has advantage on, and then Sunbeam is concentration. You just basically Kamehameha blast a whole line, dealing maximum. Okay, not maximum damage, a lot of damage. You can do it every turn as long as she keeps the concentration up. I put our DM through a lot.
I was very annoyed.
Another spell that is concentration was Lightning Bolts, was it? The one where you can bring down a new lightning bolt every turn. So imagine Warcaster on Solstice brings out a lightning bolt, can use a channel of divinity to maximize her lightning damage. Good times.
My favorite spell is probably Bigby's Giant Hand.
Oh lord. I'm getting flashbacks, like the war flashbacks also.
It's just a really good, fun spell.
Can you describe how it's flavored for the class? Not like
Yes.
flavored as in like if you eat it, because can you even eat it? It's like spectral, right?
I mean, you can attack it, so theoretically something could eat it.
Delicious.
Yeah, Bigby's Giant Hand normally just summons like a giant spectral hand, but I reflavored it as Morkoth's Invincible Hand because my bard summoned it in the form of the claw of her husband, who is a black dragon. Oh, I think I can. Are you able to show images in here?
I can pull it up on Discord and then pull it onto the screen where I have the feed for Roll20.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll bring that over.
I forgot about my feature, so I actually just had to add that in. Now I get to choose spells.
I've never actually played a bard who did the tried and true bard meme of actually trying to seduce a dragon, but I did play a bard who had a dragon husband as part of her backstory.
Close enough, right?
She did try to hit on exactly one monster near the end of the campaign, who politely turned her down. It was a Rakshasa.
Yes. I remember that. Oh. So, Reese and I, we have a fellow player who she's of the older variety. So she hits on people who are closer to her age, which is amusing for when we do run across people who are closer to her age. But man, was the first time she tried to hit on, I think she tried to hit on, was it a hag? I think she tried to hit on a hag, and that was one of the first times that she had gotten rejected. So she was going through an existential crisis. Like, what? This hasn't happened to me before. My muscles are so exquisite, she would say, as actively flexing her muscles. How could someone turn me down? I love her rippling muscles and confidence. Great character. I actually included her as an NPC or my sister's character as an NPC for, I don't remember if it was one of y'all's modules, but someone's modules, which means theoretically, her character doesn't die in the campaign. Otherwise, I throw the whole timeline into whack. But just for the record, she is in very real danger of dying, as are any of the players at any time. I know everyone thinks I'm a benevolent DM who doesn't kill off players, but man, you just y'all wait. I'm ready.
Do I take bestow calls?
Oh, speaking of bestow curse, it reminds me of my house rule for Curse of Strahd, where remove curse does not exist. Just imagine rolling up, remove curse. Now you're just playing of Strahd. Roll credits. Let's see. Let me get you all to the promise map actually while we're doing the spell situation. Ooh. Right, because you all travel for so long, I'm actually gonna make it. Oh, I assume you'd want to take the claws with you, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I was considering taking Fairy Fire so that we could have something to do if we have all found invisible enemies. I do not have that option.
Is it not a wizard spell?
Apparently not. That's a
Oh,
fault.
it's a cleric spell, I think. Let me see. Fairy fire.
Weird.
Artificer, bard, and druid. Druid, huh?
Artificer, but not wizard. Interesting.
I guess they gotta have some spells that are different.
I guess.
You could take see invisibility, which is the worst spell in the game.
Oh.
Is it? Tell us how it is worse than that spell that gives you advantage on your next attack.
I believe it's because the rules is written. It does not actually cancel out the disadvantage of being invisible. It just lets you know where they are. Which also rules is written. You're supposed to know.
I see.
Weird. I feel like I should take this because it's just like a good spell. But also, I don't really want to take fly.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll give you that. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Milo, you're supposed to get a thing. Remember how you opened the shed and then the thing ran out?
Yeah, tools.
Yeah, so. Where is it? Oh, sorry. The medicine check for Kiana was supposed to be a DC 18. I don't remember what you rolled, but.
Not that. I think I rolled a 16.
Okay, well, it looks like Kiana's gonna be evil now. No, I'm kidding. I can't find farmers. It is my pleasure to reward you with my first time seeing this item, a Heward's Handy Haversack.
Ooh.
Can you,
Like,
On Switch, gonna get banned.
can you describe it for the class?
Oops. If I remember right, it's basically like a mini bag of holding. Let me see. This backpack has a central pouch and two side pouches, each of which is an extra dimensional space. Each side pouch can hold up to 20 pounds of material, not exceeding a volume of 2 cubic feet. The large central pouch can hold up to 8 cubic feet or 80 pounds of material. The backpack always weighs 5 pounds or less, regardless of its contents. Placing an object in the haversack. Yeah, it's a bag of holding.
All right, I'll pull up a picture. Yeah, it's effectively a bag of holding for the purposes of if I make the grave mistake of listening to the book, should they ever ask me to give the party another bag of holding. Good old wormhole to the astral plane or whatever happens. Explosion. Instantly defeat Trask. What a black hole. What happens when you put 2 extra dimensional spaces inside of each other?
Instantly destroys both items and opens a gate to the astral plane. Any creature within 10 feet of the gate is sucked through it, deposited in a random location on the astral plane. The gate then closes. Okay, it's one way.
You know what's really funny is that technically this is Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. The Radiant Citadel, I believe, exists in the astral plane. So it's just like a quick teleport home, right? What if that's the random location that's selected?
On the astral plane, yeah.
Reminds me of the Paper Mario randomizers I've been watching here on twitch.tv. And they've added an item in this particular set of randomizers where the homeward shroom allows you to teleport directly to the pipe in Toad Town that leads to Mario's house. It's good for if you're deep in a chapter and you're like, wait a minute, I'm not going to get anything more useful in here based on how this run is going. So I'm just going to head home now that I've obtained, let's say, the watering can for flower fields or something.
Handy haversack is light enough to be moved with Mage Hand.
Oh Lord, what have I done? Who has Mage Hand in this party? Both of you?
No one.
One? Okay.
No,
We're good.
I'm saying this out loud for other reasons.
So on Wednesday,
No.
to recap, Coffee Lich is our DM on Wednesdays, because I'm the DM on Fridays. And we are not so subtly asking for a haversack for our campaign.
And I am very bluntly saying no. Fuck off.
Because my character is a ghost who can't hold shit, but she can move shit around with Mage Hand. But Mage Hand is too weak to lift a bag of holding, which I think is always 15 pounds.
Mhm.
Yep.
So I functionally don't have an inventory, or rather, my inventory consists of a single block with like 1 square foot of space.
Yep. You knew the risks.
I did.
Okay. We can prepare one more spell. What do I prepare?
Actually, I should commission art of Dolce in with her new situation, glowing longsword, and embroidery on her pants that say, "Hey, the potion's this way." Like, it's funny because it feels like the kind of commission that you would ask someone like, be like, "Hey, can you can you do this commission where it's my character, but like it's her backside, but it's not what you think. I need some writing on her butt, but it's just gonna say the potion is in this pocket or something."
Need some writing on her butt, but it's not a kink thing, I swear to God.
It's not a kink thing, I swear. Not that we're kink shaming here. This is just normal D&D stuff.
All normal conversations for D&D. Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe not the best thing to have prepared there, but I'm preparing that thing because it's funnier.
All right, I'm excited to see what the funny spell is. See, when we were talking about favorite spells, I thought Braylif was going to say Minor Illusion.
It's up there. Yeah, most of my favorite spells are cantrips. Prestidigitation, Minor Illusion, Mage Hand.
I sure miss being a spellcaster with like 5 cantrips. Like, man, I wish I could just clean my clothes right now from when we were in that poop room, but no, I had to pick up Minor Illusion and Light. Not to accidentally spoil what the other cantrip Dolce has is, but it's Minor Illusion. All right. Oh, so you picked your final spell, was it? Because you said you picked the funnier one? Sorry, I think you might be muted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Now I gotta get rid of all the weird duplicate cantrips that have shown up in my inventory somehow.
Classic roll 20.
Yep. So I did add my level 6 feature, which also makes it so that I get to add my intelligence modifier to my cantrip damage.
Ooh,
Fuck
heck
yeah.
A whole lot of fun things happened
Mhm.
for Suchi this time around.
Could I ask you to quickly explain like your class again, since adding intelligence modifier to your cantrip damage isn't necessarily something that every wizard subclass gets.
So I am playing as a homebrew. Jesus Christ. I am playing as a homebrew subclass that can be found in the book Lyrics Ledger of Legends, called the Stage Magician. So the primary mechanic of the class is that Suchi, right down here, my character, the primary mechanic is this character over here, Squeakers the Third. She is what is called my magician's assistant. She is functionally a pet in the same vein as an animal companion for a ranger. And she, so basically, Suchi walks as a full-on wizard in his own right, and then Squeak also gets to attack and act in combat after his turn as a pet would. So at level 6, when I was first setting up this character and looking over everything, I was talking to Lightning and Braylif about it, and ultimately came to the conclusion the subclass is actually kind of weak. It's actually kind of on the weaker side. Wizards on the whole are pretty good. They're pretty powerful, so it's not unreasonable to give them a weaker subclass to balance it out. So we sat down and we workshopped some stuff. So the level 6 feature that that I get by default is basically a number of times equal to my proficiency modifier, or proficiency bonus. So in this case, at level 6, it's 3. So 3 times per day, I get to use the feature Dazzling Magic, which makes it so that when I cast a spell on someone, cast a spell on an attack spell or something on somebody, I can force them to make a save, and on a failed save, I can blind them or deafen them, my choice, until the end of my next turn. So that's pretty on brand for the class because the idea is that it's like, in addition to doing the spell on its own, there's also like a whole lot of flash and flare, fireworks, a bunch of sound, something like that, and that's where that extra effect is coming from. But mechanically, that's not super impressive. Blinding a creature until the end of my next turn basically just makes it so that they have disadvantage on all of their attacks and can't make opportunity attacks until the end of my next turn. And Deafened I'm sure it's got uses, but I don't even know enough about D&D to say what those uses are. Basically, the only thing I could think of would be a role-playing aspect of, like, someone will no longer be able to hear something that you're saying, which is probably not the highest priority thing if you're trying to kill them in a fight. And the fact that you can only do that like 3 times per day, and it only lasts for that one round of combat, it's not super impressive. So we talked about that, came up with some extra stuff, and just in addition to that, tacked on the added bonus of also the magician can add their intelligence modifier to the damage of cantrips, just so there is some extra minor benefit that's more consistent throughout. And we kind of did that with all of the major class features starting at level 6 for the magician, because they're all interesting and unique and definitely thematic, but they're also all kind of on the weaker side. Again, presumably just because wizards on the whole are really good, so the writers were probably just trying to avoid them being super overpowered. So all that and many other reasons is why I took so goddamn long to finish my level up, because I had to figure out all that crap.
Thank you for the explanation. Yeah, it's basically we added that particular portion. I want to give the clash some oomph, especially with the 2 players, 3 bodies, or 6, depending on how many bodies you count a severed hand as. Like, is each one its own body? Is it each one half a body because you need 2 hands for a normal body? No offense to Marlowe, like, or does Marlowe's claw? Anyway, a lot of logistical ramifications. All right, but yes, level up complete, yes?
Yes.
All right, then what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of, in case you wanted to ask any of your traveling companions before you actually arrive at Promise, we'll do reunion, and then assuming you want to go to Cradle Lace Lake, we'll finish off the session with your arrival there, especially if you wanted to do anything else in the town of Promise.
Don't know anything else that I'd want to do in the town of Promise, other than just the reunion scene sort of thing.
Mhm.
I would love, however, on the way back to Promise,
Mhm.
um, I would love on the way back to Promise to talk to Tungsten Ward and Lady Dre.
Okay. I'll go ahead and move them actually a little bit separately. We'll stay here on the map for the Town of Promise. Feel free to talk to whichever one you'd like as I pull up the book.
All right. Hey, Tungsten. Uh, do you know anything about Cradle Lace Lake?
Cradle Lake, Lace Lake, you say? Well, other than what I've added to the Song of Awakening for it, of course. Poor Cully did meet his doom there. But it seems, I say both in character and out of character, I don't believe there is much mention in the Song of Awakening about the tragedies that befell anyone else there. It seems like the only mention is Cully in particular.
I see. All right. Thank you for that. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Lady Dre, do you know anything about the history of Candle Lace Lake?
All right. Lady Dre, driving the wagon, will turn her ear to you and she'll say, Cradle Lace Lake, you say? Well, I hear stories that the lake is the origin of some foul affronts to the gods and to nature in general. Who knows what could emerge from the lake? It's the kind of story you tell kids, right? Like, be good, otherwise, some creature could rise out of Cradle Lake Lace and get you. Eat all your food, or else you'll find a hand trying to eat you. You know. There were things that I considered to be urban legends. I'm sorry, urban. I don't know if urban's been invented yet in this.
You could just say local legends.
Okay. Local legends like old wives' tales. Local legends. Never thought they'd be as true as they seem to be, based on what those farmers were saying, based on what you all encountered.
Well, I guess that's what I'd like to investigate next.
Sorry, anything else that you wanted to ask her? Any questions on the queue?
I don't have anything. How about you?
I can't think of anything.
Lady J will just add, you know, I've talked to a few witches in my day. You know, they're the kind of people you show up to. They divine your future based on things like shape of your hands or shape of the clouds. And they always say that lost souls remember the last living person they ever saw.
Interesting.
Right, but that's it. She goes back to looping her dialogue like a classic video game NPC. All right.
She said the last living thing.
Yes. Last living thing. We'll say that. Mm-hmm. All right. Before long, you arrive at the Town of Promise. Anything you'd like to say before the reunion scene?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yep, I don't think I had anything myself.
Okay. You arrive at the town of Promise. It is a little darker than it was when you were there during the day for the Festival of Awakening. And there, let me pull up one more token. Reese is dozing, so good night. Good night, Reese. Thanks for stopping by.
Nighty night.
Aunt Deli is there waiting by the well, and she'll see Kiana, her goddaughter, and she will drop everything she's carrying and run over and embrace Kiana tightly. You see off in the distance, Kusa Zangun is over there, just waiting by the door, presumably keeping an eye on Aunt Deli. And as Aunt Deli and Kiana are embracing, Aunt Deli will look over at the claws, and she'll say, "Oh Lord, gods, what are those?" And she'll kind of like pull Kiana away from the claws.
Yeah, don't worry about those.
They're friends.
Just for fun, can you both give me a cursory persuasion check? Just don't like critically fail or anything. Also, Feminatrix, welcome in. Yes, you did catch a D&D stream. We're in the middle of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. We've just successfully, the players have successfully escorted Kiana back here to her godmother, Aunt Deli. And with these 19s and 11s persuasion, Aunt Deli is calmed down despite the fact that there are 3 severed hands here following this mouse magician. Classy things you see.
D&D's great.
D&D is great. And again, to recap for Feminatrix, since you just came in, if you asked me at the beginning of this session or before this session, hey, your players are about to fight this giant amalgamation of arms, severed arms and hands. Do you think they're going to try to adopt any? I'm like, what? Adopt any? Huh. I don't think so. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? And here we are. They have 3 severed hands in their party now.
3 and counting.
3 and counting. There could potentially be more. There could be up to 6 severed hands, although I'm not going to say why that specific number is important. It could be up to 6 severed hands.
Because that's the point where they become a swarm and get their own stat block.
That's right. I've already got the token ready and ready to go.
6? Just 6?
6 that attract other hands to them, that they emerge from graves that are nearby. It's going to be great. Because, you're walking along, you don't know how many graves there are here in this town secretly. Lady J over there is in grave danger. She could be standing on a grave right now.
Amazing.
All right, but yes, Kiana and Aunt Deli are embracing. Aunt Deli will say, "I hope it wasn't too much trouble. Did you come across anything like those, I guess?" She looks over confusedly at the crawling hands.
Yes.
Yes, these were not an isolated incident. For the moment, it might be best if you guys just focus on the positives of being together again.
She nods. She's just happy to have her goddaughter safe in her arms. She was concerned, of course, again, to recap for class, she was concerned when Kiana did not show up for the Festival of Awakening that happened recently here in the town of Promise. Also, Feminatrix, thanks for the lurk. About to play some Dead by Daylight. I hope the games go well. Thanks again for stopping by. Hopefully you can catch us, depending on how your schedule goes, for another D&D stream, because we stream Wednesday nights and Friday nights.
Good luck in DVD.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Also, speaking of, let me just throw this out real quick. We also have a new lurk command. I haven't figured out how to randomize the stuff that shows up, but for now it says that whoever uses the lurk command is taking a short rest, which I think is thematically appropriate.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Right. It is night, or close to night, so there probably aren't any shopkeepers awake. They're embracing. Anything else you want to say to them before I take you all over to Cradle Lace Lake? And then if there's anyone you'd like to invite to join you, I assume you don't want to take Aunt Deli or Kiana with you. You can have Tungsten Wart join you. You can have Lady Dre join you. You could also, if you want it, you can ask Kusa Zangun up there to join you. But I assume perhaps you won't. But hey, again, I can't expect my players to do anything. I feel like when it comes to D&D, I should expect the players to do something and then just completely... What's that meme? Like, step 1, make a plan. Step 3, throw the plan away. D&D energy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think first we'd probably accept our payment.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Aunt Deli will... She'll actually head back real quick. She'll escort Kiana to her home up here. She'll talk some things over with Kusa Zangoon, and before long, Aunt Deli is back. And as you have successfully undertook the mission, did she give you anything up front? Okay.
No.
Her going rate was 100 gold to undertake the mission, and 100 gold more if the characters returned her goddaughter to Promise safely. As Kiana is here alive and well for now that you know of, why did I phrase that like that? Such strange wording from your DM. She hands over 200 gold.
Hee.
Each. 200 gold for each of the 3 of us.
For each of the 6 of us.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Do severed hands
Oh, wait,
count as
Wait,
party members for purposes of
I
payment?
mimic 7 of us.
Oh lord.
And I mean, really, when you think about it, Marlowe's head hole should count as another character. So
Don't refer to it as your head hole.
And I took the Phantom Steed spell, so I'm gonna summon the Spectral Horse, so that's another 100 gold.
Look, I said I'd start My Little Pony soon. I'm just gonna make the Phantom Steed one of the ponies from My Little Pony. You know, like I almost said Clapperclaw. It sounds like a pony name, doesn't it? Clapper.
maybe.
Don't want to go though. All right, so 50 gold for each of us. No, what is 100 gold for each of us?
Yeah, it's 100 because it's 200 total, so 100 for each of you.
Why can't I hide that message?
I'll
Because you're not the DM.
I'll go ahead and hide it so that I don't traumatize people in chat. I'm so tempted to mute myself from stream and ask you a particular question about the phrase to make sure I'm getting it correct, but I think I'll save that for later.
The answer is yes. If you have to phrase it like that, yes. We learn something new every stream.
Mm-hmm. You heard it here first, folks.
Violently.
Oh.
You learn something new that makes you a worse person every stream.
Actually, I'm tempted to Google this phrase. What was it again? It was... I'm going to see what happens. So I Googled it, and it actually said, oh, are you looking for Clapperclaw? Which is apparently... It's apparently a word. It's British English. It's a very old... It's archaic, so it's not in use anymore. And it means to claw or scratch with the hands and nails, or to revile, abuse. Oh, there are
I can definitely associate the phrase clap or claw with reviling something.
People have actually made figures of Clapperclaw with the stag head instead of the gourd head. There's a lot of products out here. That's cool.
That's neat.
Oh, my favorite one is this shrugging picture that I'm going to slowly slide on screen real quick. Bless you.
There you go.
Just Clapperclaw shrugging. To recap for the class, Clapperclaw was a, let's just say a scarecrow in the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign that we used to run on Fridays. And
Such a weird fucking character.
I love Clapperclaw.
I half joked all the time that Clapperclaw was actually going to be the real big bad evil guy of the campaign. The true villain behind the scenes, traveling with the party, waiting for their guard to drop before brutally murdering them all. But that never happened yet.
Yet. I love the yet there, as though the campaign is not long since over.
Yeah. Literally have finished a campaign with an ending that I love personally. And here I'm hinting that perhaps Clopper Claw is still coming for the players despite the campaign being over. All right. Anything else you want to ask anyone here before I take you all to the lake for the final scene of the session?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let me go and swap over the music. Where are you? And sorry, which NPCs are you taking with you? If any.
Oh,
Well, I guess you have to take at
wanted
least Lady Dre.
I just want Lady Dre and Tungsten Ward
Okay.
personally.
And the 3 claws.
Yeah, of course.
Of
That's a
course.
given.
They are a valuable member of the team now. Valuable
They
members
aren't
of the
NPCs, those are party members.
team. So as you trek towards the lake, there is an air of unease. You did good back there at the rattle. You saved Kiana and the other farmers. You sense that they'll be able to start life back up again, get back to farming, get back to living. And while that air of hope hung over the rattle, the air that approaches you as you approach the lake kind of feels like how it did before. There's a faint metallic sense in the air, and the air feels heavy, and you sense that more of that evil is at play here. There's a bit of a fog that slowly rolls in as you approach the lake. Anything you'd like to say to anyone before I take you to the map?
I was kind of hoping I was wrong. That this was all done. I don't think we're all done though.
We've made a good first step, though.
Squeak chimes in with, but we're not even getting paid anymore.
Payment doesn't just come in the form of gold. Oh, that does help.
We can't pay bills with goodwill, man.
You have bills?
We do technically own and operate a business. Didn't want to give up our spot in the Citadel. We still got to pay rent.
Oh, we do?
Well, I do. We have a place to set up for my shows.
Yes, to recap for the class, they do stay at the Radiant Citadel, where if you're at the Palace of Exile, Radiant Citadel is very, I was trying to say not liberal. It is very kind towards, everyone needs to be treated as people. And so they do that through different like housing systems and free healthcare, stuff like that. But for those people who are able to get up on their own feet and provide for themselves, the more you own, the more you are taxed. So, for example, if there happen to be billionaires showing up at the Radiant Citadel, perhaps they wouldn't be billionaires for long, as they would be taxed at a much higher rate than the rest of the citizens of the Radiant Citadel.
You show up at the Radiant Citadel as a billionaire, they just mug you on the spot.
Yeah, the guards, the 6 guards that are on duty, the witch, legally distinct shiny chariot from Little Witch Academia, and the cleric that's on hand. The cleric actually just pulls out like a chainsaw. It's never been seen in D&D before. Starts going to town, like stick them up.
Imagine getting mugged with a fucking chainsaw. That's the most terrifying thing. Like, you can have anything, man.
So I've seen the first season of Chainsaw Man, but this is the part where I would joke, you know what? Maybe that's the premise of Chainsaw Man. mug people with a chainsaw. Anyone else in chat seen it? Can you disagree with me? No spoilers though, actually. I do need to read the manga. Alright, I'll take you all to the next map then. Oh yes, Stuck 'em. I gotta get you to watch that. We'll watch some Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man is actually a political drama.
Mm-hmm. It's made by the people who did Downton Abbey, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. You have arrived at Cradle Lace Lake. Again, the fog hangs low. You sense a disturbing aura here. And for the final scene of the session, any last words?
This place feels oppressive.
We can fix that.
Lady Dre will step forward and she'll say, I don't like this feeling. But if you all are any bit as skilled as you were back at the Rattle, I'm sure we'll make quick work of whatever's going on here.
Hope you two are right.
Tungsten Ward will also step forward and say, whether or not gods are at work here, I know that what's about to happen will probably be an epic tale for the ages and one that I intend to carry on to the people of this area. People of God's breath must know about what's about to happen here. All right, and with that, we'll call the session.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
GG's. Glad you all were able to defeat Soul Shaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even Marlo was completely untouched by the boss. Yeah, that fireball did like so much damage. What's the average for fireball? 31 damage was
8d6.
All right. So 4, 5 times 3, 9, 27. Yep, higher than average damage.
Well, both of them, actually. The second one hit even harder. Second one was 35.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Those hands just immediately just reduced to ash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get that. I want to get that scene in a commission.
Yeah, that was pretty sick, actually. Just, I'm imagining all the fire. Fire makes everything better. Classic wizard behavior on my part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, when you posed the question with Moobot earlier, if like about what are your favorite classes, subclasses, and spells and stuff, I was at that moment I was like, I don't know, man. This is the first time I've ever really gotten to use it. I'm really tempted to just say fireball. Like this is the easy answer, but like, come on, this is my first ever this is my first ever 5e wizard. Like, I don't know, man.
I actually got...
Believe it or not, the super fun overpowered spell being overpowered is in fact super fun.
My sister's partner is one of my players, and he has access to Fireball, and so for Christmas I got him a set of dice that look like little fireballs. They are the D...
Nice.
What is it? D8s? Is it for Fireball? D6s? They are...
D6.
They are... Yeah, they're D6s, but they are like shaped like a long fireball, so they like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of like... They're like cylinders, basically. They look like fire.
Mhm. Oh, that sounds neat. Also sounds like it looks kind of weird.
Do they function as dice?
Yeah, they function as dice. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, because it's 8d6, right? And each set only came with like, I think 5. I had to buy him 2 sets, which is fine. All right. Well, thank you all for joining. We are going to raid actually into the last 2 people I was looking at to raid are like the first set of people ended. And this other set of people is also ending. So let me just pull up someone real quick. Thank you all for coming. Are you both good for next week?
Yeah, should be.
Okay. Can I ask one of you then to give the
Yeah.
Can I ask one of you two to give the usual like, hey, join us next time?
Hope Hope you guys are able to join us next time. We're gonna stream next time on Wednesday around 10:30. Will Eastern Standard Time, I believe. Where we're going to be playing Dungeon of the Mad Mage, hosted by me, Coffee Lich, as our resident DM, with Lightning and Braylif being my players, subject to my evil whims. Come join us and watch these two scramble desperately trying to stay alive in my horrible pit of death that has already claimed them each once. We got monsters, we got drama, we got all kinds of stuff, except so far we don't really have much in the way of treasure. Though we do have a good amount in the way of hot NPCs, as I do have a couple characters that I've added for that. So we got a whole lot of stuff going on now.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, many fond memories that I'll never forget.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm starting the raid. We're going to raid into Feral Kato. They are also playing D&D, it looks like. They got a big group going, so thank you all for joining. I'm going to go ahead and do the classic, just at least for myself, the whole roll for initiative. I look forward to getting emotes in here down the line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, have a good night.
If you guys ever have any ideas for emotes, just make sure to leave those in the stream chat.
Yep. Feel free to send us the ideas.
Take care, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.